Coming up on this semifinals of High School Quiz Show, we have Boston Latin School. Taking on Andover High School.
Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
Cyber attacks aren't always obvious. Home cyber protection from Safety Insurance can help you protect yourself from cyber attacks. You can ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
Additional funding is provided by Museum of Science.
The Museum of Science, featuring a new film, Cuba. Through the eyes of Cuban artists, historians, and scientists, you can take a look at what makes this island nation so unique and vivacious. Now playing at the Museum of Science's Mugar Omni Theater. More at mos.org.
Welcome to the semifinals of High School Quiz Show. I'm Jeff Kinney, filling in for Billy Costa. Back in November, over 100 high school teams in Massachusetts competed at our Super Sunday qualifying event to earn one of 16 spots in this year's competition. The goal now is to become the next High School Quiz Show state champion. Today's matchup has Andover High School taking on Boston Latin School. On the Andover team, we have Noah, Ian, Omkar, and Narain, with alternates Anurag and Vishnu, and coach Alan Habino. And for Boston Latin, we have Aiden, Nick, Christy, and Sebastian, with alternates Claire and Joseph, and coaches Clara Webb and Andy Zhao. Competition has 4 rounds: a toss-up, a head-to-head, a category round, and a lightning round. We'll start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points, and this is the only round with no point deductions for wrong answers. Is everybody ready? Let's do this. The English physicist Stephen Hawking was born on January 8th, 1942, on the 300th anniversary of the death of what Italian astronomer? Omkar.
Galileo.
Correct. What body of water bordering Israel, Jordan, and the West Bank is the lowest point on any continent? Ian.
Dead Sea.
That's correct. In 2018, what became the first U.S. state to require solar panels on new homes? Ian.
California.
That's right. If everyone made war only according to his own convictions, there would be no war. Who wrote this in War and Peace? Ian.
Tolstoy.
That's right. Okay, for this question, let's take a look at your monitors. What physician pictured here was the first African-American woman to become an astronaut, spending more than a week aboard the space shuttle Endeavour in 1992? Christy.
Jemison.
That is correct. In 2018, an Eagles' Greatest Hits album surpassed what 1983 blockbuster as the best-selling album of all time? Noah.
Thriller.
That's right. In Texas versus Johnson, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that flag burning constitutes symbolic speech protected under what constitutional amendment? Sebastian.
The First Amendment.
That's right. Airplane flight can be described by 3 basic motions: roll, pitch, and what third motion around the vertical axis? Christy.
Yaw.
That's right. Name the first naturalized U.S. citizen to become the First Lady of the United States. Christy.
Louisa Adams.
Incorrect. Andover. Ian.
Martha Washington.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Melania Trump. Okay, for our video question, let's take a look at our screens.
Hi, I'm Senator Ed Markey, and here's my question. Signed on August 6, 1965, what landmark legislation tried to overcome legal barriers that prevented African Americans from exercising their right to vote?
Sebastian.
The Voting Rights Act.
That is correct. Also known as a gnu, what animal that looks like a large antelope can reach top speeds of up to 50 miles per hour? Omkar.
Wildebeest.
That's right. From the Latin meaning member of the lowest class, what term refers to the common people of ancient Rome? Noah.
Plebeian.
That's right. In the film Operation Finale, Ben Kingsley plays what Nazi officer and architect of the Holocaust who was captured in Argentina in 1960? Ian.
Himmler.
Incorrect. Boston Latin. Nick.
Eichmann.
That is correct. Multiple choice. Which of the following is a force that resists motion between two surfaces? A, inertia, B, friction, or C, gravity? Noreen.
B.
B, friction is correct. Math question. In square inches, what is the area of a triangle with a height of 5 inches and a base pair of 12 inches? Ian.
30.
30 square inches is correct. Aside from Dracula, Transylvania is known for the scenic beauty of what mountain range, the second longest in Europe? Ian.
Carpathian.
That's correct. What comic book writer who had a cameo in more than 30 Marvel films passed away in 2018 at age 95? Christy.
Stanley.
That's right. What familiar term from optics shares its name with a type of geometric solid, one whose two bases are identical polygons? Omkar.
Prism.
Prism is right. What country is home to the world's deepest freshwater lake, Lake Baikal? Sebastian.
Russia.
That's right. Multiple choice. Inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992, which of the following presidents was a champion wrestler before entering politics? A, Abraham Lincoln, B, Woodrow Wilson, or C, Gerald Ford? Sebastian.
Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln is correct. Which of the 7 continents has the most countries? Ian.
Africa.
Africa is right. Named for its shape, which resembles a pine cone, what gland in the brain secretes a single hormone, melatonin? Sebastian.
Pineal.
That is right. What war is the setting for 2 award-winning novels published in 2014? The Narrow Road to the Deep North and All the Light We Cannot See? Narain.
World War II.
That's right. Another math question. Calculate the determinant of a 2x2 matrix where the top row is 4 and 3 and the bottom row is 2 and 6. Ian.
18.
18 is right. In 2018, what French president said Europe can no longer rely on the United States for security? Christy.
Macron.
Macron is correct. What iconic playwright and screenwriter who wrote The Odd Couple, Brighton Beach Memoirs, and many other popular comedies passed away in 2018 at age 91? Christy.
Neil Gaiman.
Incorrect. Andover. Omkar.
Neil Simon.
Neil Simon is correct. Only 2 countries in Asia are majority Roman Catholic. East Timor and what other country? Christy.
Philippines.
Philippines is right. Art is not a mirror with which to reflect reality, but a hammer with which to shape it. This famous quote is from what German author of The Threepenny Opera? Christy.
Brecht.
That is correct. What capital city of Sweden lies on an archipelago of more than 25,000 islands? Noah.
Stockholm.
That's right. As a result of the Greensboro sit-ins of 1960, what department store chain ended its policy of racial segregation in the South? Sebastian.
Woolworths.
That is correct. In the 1600s, Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens discovered what moon of Saturn that has clouds and a dense atmosphere? Sebastian.
Titan.
Titan's right. The Broadway musical Jelly's Last Jam tells the story of what legendary pianist who claimed to have invented jazz? Christy.
Ellington.
Incorrect. Andover. Ian.
Monk.
Incorrect. The right answer is Jelly Roll Morton. What Victorian author is best known for his nonsense poetry, for example, The Jumblies and The Owl and the Pussycat? Aiden.
Carol.
Incorrect. Andover. Omkar.
Lear.
Lear is correct. And that's the end of round 1 with the score of Andover 170, Boston Latin 140. We have got a game. head-to-head round is next, but first, we like to take a few minutes to get to know our contestants. So I've got a question for you. I'd like each one of you to answer it. We'll start with Andover. In 2010, when High School Quiz Show premiered, the last installment of the Hunger Games trilogy was published. If you had to create your own dystopian series, what would it be called and what would it be about? Noah, how about you?
1985. And, I think, going back to the 1984, but, next year, sequel, new series, I think it'll work out pretty nicely.
I love the sequels idea. Okay, Ian, how about you?
I think I'd write a book called Journal of an Uncool Adolescent. It's a story about a kid named Meg Deftly, and he has to fight through the difficulties of high school and how his family doesn't like him.
I like the idea, but somebody's lawyer might just come after you. Omkar, how about you?
I would say it would be called Journey, and it would be about a group of people who want to find their own utopia.
Oh, you've got a real idea there. Narain, how about you?
Mine would be called Animal Farm 2, Snowball's Great Revenge. It would be when Snowball comes back and tries to take power.
Well, you just spoiled Animal Farm 1 for me, so thanks a lot for that. Okay, let's move on to Boston Latin. Aiden, how about you?
I think I'd have a series called Jets World, where Bill Belichick never came to coach the Patriots.
Oh, okay. You might not be from around here, huh? Okay, Nick, how about you?
My dystopia would be the 20th century because there were no phones.
I got it. Okay, Christy, yourself?
So sticking with the phone thing, my dystopia would be called Apple Land, where everyone had to own an iPhone instead of an Android.
Okay, Sebastian, yourself?
My book would be called Exxon Land, and it would be when corporations have completely taken over our society.
I see. Okay. Now it's time for the next round. So Andover, Boston Latin, come on down and let's go head to head. All right, we are about to go head to head. I've got Boston Latin to my left and Andover to my right. Gentlemen, shake hands and we'll get started. As a reminder, in this round, you get 10 points for correct answers. Incorrect answers will cost you 10. You can buzz in at any time. The clock is set at 90 seconds. Here we go. What chancellor unified Germany in 1871?
Cole?
Incorrect. Bismarck. What number is expressed by the Roman numerals MM?
2000.
Correct. What country has a giant maple leaf on its flag?
Canada.
Right. The 2017 film The Greatest Showman tells the story of what circus impresario?
Regis Philbin.
Incorrect. Barnum. Who created the fictional detective Miss Marple?
Agatha Christie?
Christie is correct. What California team won back-to-back NBA champion?
Warriors.
Right. The pituitary gland is located at the base of what organ?
Hypothalamus.
Incorrect. The brain is correct. What Scottish national hero is portrayed by Mel Gibson in the film Braveheart?
William Wallace.
That's right. What is the first name of Harry Potter's mother?
Lily?
Lily is right. The Strait of Magellan is located off the southern tip?
Africa.
Incorrect. South America. What branch of math literally means triangle measurement?
Trigonometry.
That's right. Name the only country that shares a land border with Denmark.
Germany.
Correct. President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in what year?
1865.
Right. Venus was married to what Roman god of
Mars.
Incorrect. Vulcan is correct. What city founded by the Phoenicians is the capital and largest city of Libya?
Beirut.
Incorrect. Tripoli is correct. Who wrote and illustrated the children's book The Very Hungry Caterpillar?
Eric Carle.
Right. In the United States, what animal is used as a symbol of the Democratic Party?
Donkey?
Right. That is the end of round 2. Let's take a look at the score. We have Andover with 190 points and Boston Latin with 170. We still have a tight game. Let's have a round of applause for both teams. Okay, next up is the category round with the following categories: Lucky 7, Gods and Monsters, Patriot Act, Big Ten, the Show Me State, and Animal Planet. Each category has 5 questions with increasing point values. Players, you can confer with your teammates, but once you buzz in, you're no longer allowed to confer and we'll need your answer. Boston Latin, you have a tiny bit of ground to make up. So you choose the first category. What's it going to be?
We'll take Gods and Monsters for 10.
Okay, gods and monsters. These are all questions about mythology and folklore. For 10 points. What does the Norse god Odin sacrifice in order to drink from a mystical well of knowledge and become all-knowing? Christy.
His eye.
His eye is correct. You've still got control of the board.
Gods and monsters for 15.
For 15 points. What Egyptian goddess resurrects her murdered husband, the divine king Osiris? Noah.
Isis.
Isis is right. You've taken control of the board.
Lucky 7 for 10, please.
Lucky 7. All answers are 7-letter words. For 10 points. The modern sauna originated in what Nordic country? Sebastian.
Finland.
Finland is right. And you've got control of the board.
Gods and monsters for 20, please.
For 20 points, what daughter of King Minos plays a major role in helping Theseus in his quest to slay the Minotaur? Ian.
Ariadne.
That is correct. You've retaken control.
Patriot Act for 10, please.
Patriot Act. These are all questions about the American Revolution. For 10 points. Published anonymously in January 1776, what pamphlet by Thomas Paine convinced many Americans to declare their independence from Britain? Christy.
Common Sense.
Common Sense is right. You've retaken control.
Gods and monsters for 25, please.
For 25 points. In German folklore, sailors are lured to destruction by the beautiful singing of what siren who lives on a large rock in the Rhine River? The correct answer is Lorelei. Boston Latin, you still have control.
Gods and monsters for 30, please.
For 30 points. Spanish for goat sucker. What vampire-like creature from Latin American folklore is said to attack and drain the blood of livestock? Nick.
Chupacabra.
That's correct. You've cleared the category, and we need another.
Animal Planet for 10.
Animal Planet. These are all questions about zoology. For 10 points, bats navigate by using what system of sound waves and echoes to determine where objects are in space? Ian.
Echolocation.
That is correct. You have control.
The Show Me State for 10, please.
Okay, the Show Me State. These are questions about Missouri for 10 points. The Scholastic Publishing Company is one of the largest employers in what capital city of Missouri? Christy.
Jefferson City.
That is correct. You have control of the board.
Patriot Act for 15, please.
For 15 points. Multiple choice. Native American support for the British was near universal, but which of the following tribes sided with the colonists? Is it A, Oneida, B, Mohawk, or C, Cherokee? Ian.
The Mohawk.
Incorrect. Boston Latin? The correct answer is the Oneida. Okay, Boston Latin, you are in control.
Patriot Act for 20.
For 20 points. In retaliation for the Boston Tea Party and other acts of colonial defiance, Britain passed what series of punitive laws in 1774? Noah.
The Intolerable Acts.
That is correct. You've retaken control.
Big 10 for 10, please.
Big 10. In celebration of high school quiz show's 10th anniversary, all questions feature the number 10 for 10 points. The number 10 is expressed by what Roman numeral? Omkar.
X.
That's correct. You've got control.
Big 10 for 15, please.
For 15 points. Atomic number 10 refers to what noble gas whose name is derived from the Greek word for new? Christy.
Neon.
Neon is right. You've taken control.
Patriot Act for 25, please.
For 25 points. France forged an alliance with America after what 1777 battle in New York that was a critical turning point in the war against the British? Sebastian.
Saratoga.
Saratoga is right. You've still got control?
Patriot Act for 30, please.
For 30 points. After his defeat at Yorktown, what British commander refused to surrender his sword, feigning illness and sending a deputy in his place? Christy.
Cornwallis.
Cornwallis is right. You've cleared the category. Pick a new one.
The Show Me State for 15, please.
For 15 points. What author of the Little House books lived in Missouri for the last several years of her life? Sebastian.
Louisa May Alcott.
Incorrect. Andover, give it a try. The right answer is Laura Ingalls Wilder. Boston Latin, you still have control.
The Show Me State for 20, please.
For 20 points. What St. Louis landmark is the world's tallest man-made arch? Aiden.
Gateway Arch.
That is correct. You've still got control.
Show Me State for 25.
For 25 points. What Missouri city that's home to 45 music theaters is known as the Las Vegas of the Ozarks? The answer is Branson. Boston Latin, you still have control.
Show Me State for 30.
For 30 points. Missouri was admitted to the Union as a slave state following the Missouri Compromise of what year? Sebastian.
1820.
1820 is right. We need a new category.
Lucky 7 for 15, please.
For 15 points. Consisting mainly of quartz, feldspar, and mica, what type of igneous rock is the official state rock of New Hampshire? Christy.
Granite.
That is correct. And you still got control.
Lucky 7 for 20, please.
For 20 points. Most of John Green's novel Paper Towns is set in a fictional suburb of what Florida city? The answer is Orlando. Boston Latin, you're still in control.
Lucky 7 for 25, please.
For 25 points. 5 times a day, Muslims are called to prayer from what tall, slender tower that's typically attached to a mosque? Sebastian.
Minaret.
Minaret is right. You're still in control.
Lucky 7 for 30, please.
For 30 points. Also known as the Battle of the Nations, what 1813 battle in Germany marked the end of the French Empire east of the Rhine? Nick.
Leipzig.
That is correct. We're moving on to another category. Boston Latin?
Big Ten for 20.
Big Ten for 20 points. 10 Downing Street, the home of the British Prime Minister, was designed by what prominent architect who rebuilt London's largest church, St. Paul's Cathedral? Christy.
Christopher Wren.
That is correct. You've still got control.
Big Ten for 25, please.
For 25 points, the Big Ten Conference is the oldest Division I collegiate athletic conference in the United States. Despite its name, the conference currently consists of how many full members? The answer is 14. Boston Latin, what's your category?
Big Ten for 30.
For 30 points. Set in an American high school, the film 10 Things I Hate About You is loosely based on what Shakespeare play about the courtship of a headstrong young woman named Catherine? Narain.
Taming of the Shrew.
That is correct. And we're on to our last category, but we can't because that's the bell for the end of the category round. And the score is Andover 280, Boston Latin 435. Let's hear it for both teams. Okay, we are heading into the final 90 seconds of gameplay, the lightning round. You get 20 points for each correct answer. Incorrect answers cost you 20. The clock is set. Good luck. The Chihuahuan Desert lies mostly...
Mexico.
That's correct. In 1876, Battle of the Little Bighorn is also known... Ian.
Custer's Last Stand.
That's correct. What term beginning with the letter T refers to the lowest main layer of the Earth's atmosphere? Christy.
Troposphere.
Right. Name the capital city of Iraq. Christy.
Baghdad.
Right. Who wrote the dark fantasy novel Something Wicked This Way Comes? Ray Bradbury. What is the most common isotope of carbon found? Chrissy.
Carbon-12.
That's correct. In 2018, Ghana gave a state funeral to what global icon and former UN Secretary General?
Nelson
Nick.
Mandela.
Incorrect. Kofi Annan. All of the action takes place on a single day, June 16th, 1904, in what James Joyce novel?
Ulysses.
Yes. What river flows through the center of the Dutch city of Amsterdam? Christy.
No answer.
The Amstel River. Seymour Hersh's book, The Dark Side of Camelot, examines the career and private life of what? Sebastian.
John F. Kennedy.
Correct. Mushnick's Flower Shop is a setting for what Broadway musical about a man-eating plant? The Little Shop of Horrors. In the 1955 novel Lolita, what is Lolita's real... Christy.
Charlotte?
Dolores is correct. Name the official currency of Turkey. Ian.
The dinar.
The lira is the answer. Which planet in the... Wow. And that's the game. The winner is Boston Latin with 455. Our runner-up is Andover with 320 points. Congratulations to both teams for a great game. Now, Boston Latin moves on to play in the finals, so be sure to tune in. We'll see you back here next week for High School Quiz Show.
Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
Trees are down, the power is down, but you're not powerless. The mobile app from Safety Insurance can help you file a claim. You can ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Additional funding is provided by University of Massachusetts Amherst.
This is the place where planets collide, where the world is taking notice, where 28,000 brilliant young minds from 65 countries call home. UMass Amherst, this is the place.
A production of WGBH.